Andy Caledon. And Byron Coleman, number 18. Thanks for that.
It's just about ready to go off the siren, boys. It's ready for it.
We're ready to go. That's the siren. So do you want to put us on here as soon as possible?
15s again, Baz. 15s?
Yeah, no kids today. We don't.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got to go because we've got to go on air now. Okay, thanks, bye. There you go.
Yep. 1, 4, 2.
Falcons.
We can actually start commentating.
So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Victoria Park here in Collingwood for Day 2 of the Reclink Football League Grand Final Series. As Game 1 has just got underway and we see the Western Storm coming up against the Frankston Falcons, which is of course a combined team made up of a few of the Reclink teams and also a couple of players from down Frankston way, as Frankston look to enter the Reclink football competition in season 2011. So back to the action here, early minutes of play, and it's the Falcons who get the scoring underway. They lead 1 point, with the Western Storm yet to score as the ball trickles out of bounds on the centre wing area, and we'll have our first boundary throw-in. So it's the Western Storm who have had an up and down year, but their players are very committed and they're looking to repeat last year's effort where they went through the season without winning a game, won their grand final, such is the unique design of the Reclink model and all about participation, having fun, and of course every team getting to play in a grand final. As the Falcons go forward once again, and we see a shot on goal there by Nico, it was, but he's just pushed it across the face for a minor score. And the Falcons are 2 behinds, and Western Storm yet to get on the board. Early minutes of the first term, under tricky conditions here at Victoria Park, it must be said. A little bit of breeze, the rain's just holding off at the moment, but one gets the feeling that it's on its way. We had a big burst of rain late last evening, and hopefully that will hold off for us today here at Victoria Park. We welcome the students from De La Salle College and thank them for their ongoing support of the Reclink football program, as well as Xavier College and other volunteer groups for their support of the Reclink Football League Grand Final Series. Back to the action here, and the Western Storm have a free kick on the centre wing position. Centering ball went into the middle, but turnover there, and a mark to the Falcons player. Looks like Ron Harris. I'm not sure if Ran's actually playing, but it certainly looked like him. If it's not him, it's his look-alike. No, it was Ran. Got a kick into the forward pocket, and I think we're going to have another boundary throw. No, ball's kept in play here. Western Storm being tested early in defence, and the umpire will come in and say, "My ball, thank you." So Game 1 here, this is the Reclink Cup, proudly supported by Kingston Trophies. Kingston Trophies for all your trophy needs in Brayside. And we thank Ian Mann and the crew out at Kingston Trophies for their support of Reclink and other programs. Back to the action here, and it's a pretty scrappy affair early, it must be said. One would expect that given the fact that the Falcons are basically playing their first game together. As I said earlier, a combined team made up of players from Midway, Cobras, Sacred Heart, Wind Bay Power, the Selvo Hawks, and also from the Frankston area. They're doing all the attacking early on, they're just failing to hurt the Storm early on. Here's a chance, quick shot on goal, kick deep into the forward line, chance for a mark there, and it's taken deep into the forward pocket on a very acute angle. And I'm just having trouble seeing the player, who that is down there, just can't pick up his number, but he'll go back and line it up. About 20 metres out, but on a very tight angle. Comes in, just misses to the near side, and it's another behind to the Falcons. So they are 0-3, 3 behinds, and the Western Storm, who have failed to get it past centre half forward, they're yet to hit the scoreboard. 5 minutes gone first term here at Victoria Park. Just recapping for those who may have missed it, last week's scores from day 1 out at Windy Hill. And in the main game for the day, it was the Wind Bay Power getting up over Sacred Heart Mission by 11 points in a cracking game. Game 2, we saw the Midway Cobras have a big win over the Bendigo Victory. And in Game 1, Odyssey went down to the Soho Hawks in what was a fantastic day of grassroots community football, played in fantastic spirit out at Windy Hill, the home of the Bombers. So we have 4 grand final games here today. This is the first of 4. Game 2 sees the Outer East Eagles from Lilydale go up against the newcomers, the Southern Peninsula Swans from Rosebud, and haven't they had a fantastic year in their debut season. Probably a 50-50 game, that one. As we look to Game 3, and it's the local derby here at Victoria Park, the Collingwood Knights going up against the Living Room Magpies in what should be a classic encounter. And then the Reclink Grand Final series concludes with the last game between the Malmesbury Tigers and the all-conquering Western Port Warriors from Hastings. So a fantastic lineup of Reclink footy here today at Victoria Park. And we're going live on 97.7 KC Radio 3 SER as we see the ball go out of bounds once again. There's just no continuity to this game whatsoever at the moment, and it's very much a stop-start affair with plenty of stoppages as we see the Falcons come away with it, but the umpire said, my ball. So full lineup for the Storm today, and they're coached by Graham and Ben, co-coaching role for them. Of course, they lost their coach during the year, Daniel Malio, who did a fantastic job with the Storm. And we've also got Roy Alexander as their team manager, who does a fantastic job out there. They're supported by the Western Region Health Centre, and they do a fantastic job for their clients, not only for football, but the Reclink cricket program and a whole range of different programs that the Storm get involved in. As we see the Falcons have another shot on goal. Didn't make the distance there, and I think we're going to have another throw. Yes, we are. It's deep into the forward pocket here for the Falcons. They're doing all the attacking, but as I said earlier, they just can't put a major on the board. And the Storm are hanging on for dear life. Breeze is pretty swirly here. No real advantage to either end, but it is tricky conditions, and I think low scoring is the flavour of the day. So goals will be at a premium as the Storm come out of the defence. Missed kick there, chance for run. Quick kick into the forward line there by James, or Jaws as he likes to be known. And a mark's taken down there by the Frankston player in the forward pocket once again. And that's number 44 who will go back to line it up. And I think that might be Trav. So Trav will come in from 20 metres out. Can he put the first goal on the board for the Falcons? Swinging left to right, he's actually put it out of bounds on the full. So wasting chances here, the Falcons. They've had all the players as said, but they can't get one, and so often is the case. The Storm might get one against the flow here, and that would really hurt the Falcons, who have had all the play. As they transport through the corridor here, the Storm, this looks promising. Oh, good defence there by the Frankston player. Blind turn, kicked it out on the wing to their captain coach, Ron Harris. Ron went down, hands and knees, picked up by the Storm player. Good defence there, Ron. Got it out into his player there, and the Storm push forward. This is their best attack so far. Can they make something of this? Falcons defence tested for the first time today, and they stand up well. Good defence there by the Falcons as they clear it. And this is Big Jaws, who had a blinding game last week out at Windy Hill, close to winning the Alan James medal. And the Falcons come through. Oh, they got numbers on here. This is their chance for their first goal. And beautiful play there. Here's a chance for number 1. There's Shane Tyson. Shot on goal by Tyson. And he's hit the post. So once again, the Falcons just wasting opportunities here. That was great play through the corridor. Started down in defence. And that was good play by Andy Cottier. And the shot came on goal there by James Tyson, who also had a great game for the Hawks last week. As we see the kick come back in, and it was Ran who took the kick from the Storm player, and he's kicked it into the big ruckman there for the Falcons, who will have another shot on goal, this time from the opposite pocket, and surely this is the first goal for the Falcons. 8.5 minutes gone here, first term, and we see the Falcons player come in from 25 out on an acute angle, uses the breeze. I think he's missed it again, or is it a mark on the line? It is, it's been paid. No, it's not. It's a free kick, I think. I just can't see as I've got a massive pole in my way. It's a point to the Falcons. And on the IWF Foundation scoreboard, they move to 5 behinds, Western Storm yet to score, 9.5 minutes played first term in Victoria Park. Once again, this kick came in from the Storm, and Ryan, who's just playing with his own football across half forward at the moment, and he got the turnover and kicked it back into the forward line, and it's big wheels lining up for the Falcons, 50 metres out. Pretty much straight in front, bit of left to right about the breeze here, but if he gets the distance, I'll be backing him in here. It's a big kick, lovely kick, doesn't have the accuracy, chance down there for the forward, snap on goal, front and centre by the Falcons player, but he's pushed it across the face, and wouldn't you believe, another behind. So how appropriate that the Falcons are 6 behinds here. They must have had some lessons from Collingwood here at Victoria Park. Of course, Collingwood have had their problems in front of goal this year, but they do sit atop the AFL ladder, and they're certainly going to be very hard to beat come September. Back into play here, and this is promising. Lovely play by the Storm player there. That's looks like James Rose. Took 2 bounces up the far wing. Poor kick, however, and it's ball is in dispute here on the wing or centre half forward position for the Western Storm, and the umpire will come in and say, "I'll have a thank you very much." So this might be the chance for the Storm to go deep inside attacking 50. They've got a player at full forward here by himself, so if they can get one over the back, possibly too high, if they can move it on quickly here, they're a chance. They've got numbers deep.
It might be about a 5 o'clock finish.
And the Storm will go inside attacking 50 for the first time, kicks towards the forward pocket, just too deep for the Storm player there, however recovered nicely, got a quick kick inside the forward area, deep inside attacking 50 now for the Storm, but well defended there by the Falcons, and the mark is taken by Jaws once again, who's been very prominent early for the Falcons. Well called there by the Storm player. They had 2 go at it, and I think that was Andy Calladine who caught himself in there and took a lovely mark on his chest, diving to the ground. And he'll go inside attacking 50 once again for the Storm, but the Falcons will come away with it. No chance here for the Storm once again. Ball in dispute, plenty of players around the stoppage here, and ball still in play. If they can just get it out in the Storm, they're half a chance. The Falcons player goes to the ground, lovely tackle, good forward pressure by the Storm. That was Andy Calladine once again. Storm player got a quick kick, albeit a short one, and he's paid the mark there. So well played, good forward pressure by the Storm, and they're going to have their first shot at goal here, albeit from a long way out. So the kick came in, top of the goal square, right to the hot spot, and lovely defending there by Shane Tyson, who took the mark out in front of the Storm player. That's where you've got to be if you're a defender, especially in these tricky conditions, these blustery conditions here today at Victoria Park. As he kicked it out to the back pocket, and a free kick's been awarded for in the back to the Western Storm. Short option here, lovely pass into full forward, and the mark is taken by Adrian Hayes. So a chance for Adrian Hayes to put the first major on the board here today. 35 metres out on the left foot, kicked it into the man on the mark. And that's lovely defending by the Falcons once again, and a free kick is awarded there to number 55, and that's Wheels, who has been very, very damaging early. And here's Ryan Harris once again, who's just setting up play beautifully across half back, half forward for the Falcons. Chance here, they've got numbers on. Surely this is going to be the first major of the day. They can raffle it, they can have a cup of tea if they like, they've got plenty of time. Here he goes, shot on goal for the Falcons, and it's a goal. There it is, the first major of the day to the Frankston Falcons. They go to 1-6, 12 behinds, leading the Western Storm yet to score. 13.5 minutes gone first term, IAAF Foundation scoreboard. Lovely play there by the Falcons. They deserve that goal. They've made all the running here early in the first term, and that play was set up by their captain coach, Ryan Harris, who fed out a lovely handball, Gary Ablett style across half back, and opened up the corridor, and lovely play there by the Falcons, who had numbers inside attacking 50. And as I said, they could have raffled it, and in the end I think the goal went to Jeremy for the first goal of the day. So back to the action here, not long to go first term, and a very entertaining first quarter of grand final football here at Victoria Park. And here's a chance for Ryan Harris. He's everywhere. He's across half back a minute ago now. He's taking a mark on half forward, and driving the Falcons deep inside attacking 50, chance for the high flies. Falcons have numbers inside 50, good defence by the Storm, and they've won themselves a free kick. So even though the Falcons have had a lot of chances inside attacking 50, 13 entries inside the forward 50, the Storm have held up resolutely down there, and they're probably going to quarter time pretty happy knowing that they're only 2 goals behind, given the fact that the Falcons have had probably 85% of the play in this first term. So not long to go first term. The Storm go deep into attack here, and if they can put one on the board here late in the first quarter, they can't, as Barry just blows the siren to the left of me, and that's quarter time here at Victoria Park. Reclink Grand Final Day 2, I should say. Game 1, Western Storm against the Frankston Falcons, the Reclink Cup, proudly supported by Kingston Trophies. Quarter time, as we look at the IWF Foundation scoreboard, Frankston Falcons 1 goal 6-12, leading the Western Storm yet to score, and we might just throw back to the studio for a few short messages. The Storm on the scoreboard, although they do have a handy 2 goal lead heading into this second quarter, and that will be very hard to come back from given the tricky, fluky conditions here at Victoria Park that we have here today. Welcome to our listeners on 97.7 KC Radio 3SER. We welcome you to our call and hope you enjoy the action live from Victoria Park. And it's not too late to get down here today. Entry is free. We've got a complimentary barbecue lunch service running right throughout the day, as well as celebrities including John. Coming out, and we'll have a few others coming out here today, including Junior, and some others. And I noticed Joffers. Back to the action here, the quarter is underway, and again, the attack, the Storm played well there, and and we'll love the player there by lovely long kick to centre half forward, but that's a lovely mark taken down there by the player there for Frankston. That's Big Tommy Goodwin. And the kick goes inside attacking 50. Ryan couldn't take probably what he should have taken. But he got it back on the second effort. A lovely handball came out there. There's players deep inside attacking 50 here for the Falcons. They're just messing around with it a little bit. Just need to get it in long, boys. Run, once again, got the handball out. Here they go. Chance should open up for the Falcons now. Storm holding up. Lovely play there by the Storm player. Got the quick handball out. And this gives the opportunity for us to run through the corridor. That's the way to go. That's the way to play this ground today. Long kick up the middle. So the Storm now inside attacking 50, no one there. However, and the Falcons will clear it once again. Although the indiscriminate kick came out, and it's a 50-50 ball. Well played there by the Frankston player, who I just can't see, as I said, very tough calling down at the far end of the ground, so I'll do my best, but bear with me. And the kick came in by the Storm player there, and a lovely kick, short pass. And a chance for the Storm to kick a goal here. You've got to take it a mark 25 metres out, pretty much straight in front, and this should be no problem for the Storm player. And he came in, leant back on it, and kicked a goal. No, it's 50 metres, I think. So this will put him right inside the square, and he'll certainly make no mistake now. And the Storm will put their first goal on the board early in the second quarter, and that's exactly what they needed, to just stay within touch of the Falcons. And the Storm player came in and put it straight through, and they're away. They're on the board. Congratulations, Western Storm. 1 goal straight, trailing the Frankston Falcons 1 goal 6-12. So not too sure what that 50-metre penalty was for. I would hazard a guess and say it might have been a bit of back chat. Of course, the Reclink umpires won't stand for any of that. Rightly so. So we welcome Peter Cullen to Reclink Grand Final Day. Peter Cullen, of course, the founder of Reclink, and the reason that we're all here, I suppose, and still the National Development Manager for Reclink. Reclink entering its 20th year, and now presenting every state and territory in Australia. So we're just waiting for the ball to come back from in the crowd. The Reclink Cup proudly supported by Kingston Trophies. I'd also like to thank the Reclink supporters, the IAAF Foundation, the major community partner for Reclink football, as well as the Victorian State Government, and of course Vic Health for their support of Reclink football and other programs. So we're back underway here as this breeze just kicks up a little bit, and I'd say there's plenty more of that to come here at Victoria Park today. And parents won there by the Falcons, but this is lovely play by the Storm player wearing the helmet out there. He's been very prominent earlier. I just can't pick up his number, but he's been very good. Storm just getting their nose in front here. The momentum is swinging ever so slightly, and maybe there is an advantage to one end that the Storm are kicking with, although as I said earlier, the breeze is very tricky. It's very fluky and swirly here today at Victoria Park. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge the City of Yarra and the Collingwood Football Club for allowing us to participate or play at Victoria Park today. Very kind of them, and our participants certainly love getting out onto such an iconic ground. Just like last week, we were at Windy Hill in Essendon, home of the Bombers, and a very special moment for all those players to run out on Windy Hill. As the Frankston Falcons have the ball at centre half forward, kick inside attacking 50, and that's a lovely mark taken down there by Wheels, who has had a very good start to this game. Had a very good game last week out at Windy Hill against the Odyssey Blues, playing for the Soho Hawks. And he'll come in from 40 metres out, straight in front. It's a lovely long kick, might have just pushed it across the face, and he has the minor score for the Falcons. They move on to 1-7-13, leading Western Storm, one straight kick, 6 points. IAAF Foundation scoreboard, just over 5 minutes gone here in turn 2. And Storm will bring it in from defence. They've got to keep it away from Wheels. He's just playing with his own ball at the moment. He took the mark on centre half forward, got a quick handle inside the run, and dished it off. They go deep inside, attacking 50 once again. Lovely roving there by number 25 for the Falcons. That was Nico. He had a shot on goal and hit the post, I think, or might have just pushed it across. They hit the post, and once again another behind. So they certainly haven't got their kicking boots on here today, the Falcons. They probably should be 4 or 5 goals in front, but they're only 8 points in front. But there's another opportunity for them here as the mark was taken by their ruckman at the 50. And he put them deep inside, attacking 50 once again. There's Wheels on hands and knees this time, doing everything for the Falcons. And the umpire will come in and say, thank you very much. Plenty of players around the contest here. And you see the Falcons just inside their attacking 50 and looking to put another, that's a lovely tap out by the ruckman there for the Falcons. And a lovely kick, and he hit up the player there, the forward player, and that's Nico. And Nico certainly had plenty of football early on in this game as well, and he'll go back and line it up. Right on his range, probably 35 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Comes in, long kick, doesn't have the legs. Chance there for the player for the Falcons, but over the back, free kick there against Shane Tyson. And free kick to be taken by the Storm player there, that's number 28. And that's John Lloyd, I think you may find, who's a left footer and kicked it out inside to the back pocket, but the mark is taken once again by Nico. Centering ball, lovely ball, and look who it is. It's Wheels. Once again. He is just rolling at the moment. And Wheels, otherwise known as Goodyear, will come in from 25 out straight in front. And heaven forbid he has missed once again. So wasted opportunities here for the Falcons. They're doing all the attacking, but they just can't hurt the Storm on the scoreboard. And they lead it by 9 points. As we see the Storm bring in once again. As we're just waiting on the football to come back. We don't have the bag of balls behind the goals like the AFL. It's very much community footy here as we see the runner for the Storm get the footy back into play. And that's what we love to see. And the kick will be taken here by the fullback for the Western Storm. And they're just having trouble getting it past their centre half back area at the moment. The Falcons have got the wall up across centre half forward. And they're certainly not letting the Storm through. And it's good football, coached by Ron Harris. As we see a ball up, 45 metres out from the Falcons goal, but a lovely mark taken there by the Western Storm player. And once again going up the corridor to the Western Storm player who just couldn't take the mark there. The Falcons player goes to the ground, got a handball out to number 37, that's Nathan Cracknell. Ron Harris once again up to stat number 11 on the RWO stat sheet there. Kicking side attacking 50 for the Falcons. Mark will take it in there and the umpire will come in and we'll have another stoppage. So plenty of boundary throw-ins and ball-ups here today, plenty of stoppages. Game would certainly suit the Sydney Swans if they were playing here today, they are the kings of the stoppage. Well played by the ruckman for the Falcons area. He actually did the roving on hands and knees. He's got a quick kick to the hot spot top of the goal square. But a free kick's paid to the Western Storm. Advantage is paid and they'll clear their defensive area to the far wing position. Numbers once again for the Falcons. Ron Harris dived on top of it, as did the Storm player. And once again we have another ball up. Just a reminder to everyone here today that we have a complimentary barbecue service running up below the grandstand, down below on the concourse level. And that's being cooked kindly by the North Bourne Rotary Club. We thank them for once again coming out and supporting Reclink football. So free barbecue lunch service, there's plenty of water, muesli bars, and plenty to keep your stomachs full today, and plenty of great entertainment to keep you entertained here today at the Reclink Grand Final Day, live from Victoria Park on 97.7 KC Radio 3SDR. And we've got a great game underway here at the moment. The Falcons are doing all the attacking, but they just can't put goals on the board. And that's lovely defence there by the Storm player in front once again. And he got the free kick. He's just telling the umpire, I think I should get 50. Umpire haven't numbered. And he will transfer the play to the commentary side area. But once again, the Falcons standing up and not letting the Storm clear the defensive area. Good kick, chance for the Falcons there. Kick on goal there by number 34. And that was Jake Cottier. And wouldn't you know, it's another behind. So it's 1 goal 10. Frankston Falcons, 1 goal 10-16, leading Western Storm, 1 straight kick 6, and a big ruckman's taking the mark for the Falcons once again, and he would be 40 metres out straight in front. This will take his best effort, but it's a lovely long kick. It just doesn't have the carry. Kick to the top of the square, chance for the Falcons in front there. Can the Storm keep him out once again? Ball on the ground, well defended there by the Storm. They're hanging on for dear life here. Quick shot on goal by the Falcons player, couldn't get enough purchase on it, and it trickles over the boundary line for another boundary throw-in. So the game certainly being played in 1/3 of the ground at the moment, and that's deep inside attacking 50 for the Frankston Falcons. But they just can't put the big 6 pointers on the board, and they certainly could probably have this game put to bed at the moment if they had a kick straight, but the Storm are just hanging on, and one would feel that if they could get the next couple of goals heading into half-time, they'd be well and truly in it. And here's Big Wheels once again, lovely short pass, and he's found his man in Jake Cottier, who slipped his opponent there. He goes short inside the attacking 50, deep into the pocket there. Falcons player couldn't take the mark. Lovely handball, check shot on goal line, it's a lovely goal. And that's the IWO Foundation goal of the day so far. And that was number 48, whose number is not on my sheet, so I don't know who he is, but he certainly does. And that was a beautiful goal. Lovely handball came out from Jake Cottier, I think it was. And a lovely goal there to the Frankston Falcons. They deserved that. They've done all the attacking, and they've been missing the easy ones, and they put through the hard one. And that was a beautiful check side kick from 25 metres out, right in front of the commentary box. And it was the IWO Foundation goal of the day. So the Frankston Falcons now move on to 2 goals 10-22, leading the Storm 1 straight kick 6 points deep into the second quarter. We're approaching half time, and we're live here at Victoria Park on 97.7 3SDR. back underway, and the Falcons took it away from the centre and drove inside, attacking 50 once again. Wheels went to ground. No, it wasn't Wheels, it was the Frankston player who was playing for a free kick there. It was Andy Cottier. Umpire's too smart for that. Didn't buy it, and the Storm will clear the area and will themselves a free kick, and that's good defensive play there by the Western Storm as they go to the far wing position, and I think it might have been out of bounds on the full. It is. The Frankston player kicked it in and kicked it into the man on the mark, and that's good defensive play by the Storm. And can they make something of this attacking thrust? They certainly need to go up here, the Storm, just to keep them in touch and give them some chance heading into the major break. And hopefully Graham and Benny can have a few words to the boys and girls at half time and rev them up and get them firing in the third quarter. But we're still in the second quarter here. We're deep into the second quarter. And the Storm will go into attack through centre half forward position for them. No one there. Frankston Falcons have the numbers, and they've won themselves a free kick here, the Storm. So this is their chance. They need to drive it in long, and hope that one of the Crummers can do the business down there. They drive it in long. Andy Calladine was at the fall of the ball. He rode it beautifully. Front centre got a quick kick in. It's trickled across the line, has it? It has. It's a lovely goal. Andy Calladine, if you don't mind. Front centre, that's beautiful roving Stephen Milne style, and he just picked it up and banged it on the right wheel, and he's put it through. And the Storm, against the flow of play, have got their second major, and all of a sudden we're back to 10 points here, and the Frankston Falcons, who have done all the attacking but just failing to punish the Storm on the scoreboard, they're leading at 2 goals, 10-22 to the Western Storm, 2 goals straight. And Andy Calladine, that was an absolute pearl. And there's a siren for half time, and very, very nice goal there by Andy Calladine right on half time, and he certainly kept the Storm in touch. And all of a sudden, get the all-important goal heading into half time. They've got their tails up, they're up and about the Storm. Have a look at it. Plenty of high fives and pats on the back, and they're well and truly in this contest all of a sudden. The Falcons wasting opportunities. And we'll be back here in a few moments' time. We're going to throw it back to the studio, but just to recap here on SER 97.73 SER, live from Victoria Park. It's grand final day 2 for Reclink. We're at Victoria Park. It's game 1, where the Frankston Falcons leading 2 goals 10-22. Western Storm 2 goals straight, 12 points, a 10-point lead to the Falcons. And we're going to throw back to the studio and